To the latest breaking news update coming in, this with regards to the hearing that's taken place almost on a daily basis that's been ongoing in Arvind Kejriwal case. This in the Delhi liquor excise policy scam. Arvind Kejriwal has moved the Supreme Court challenging the Delhi High Court on his bail in the money laundering case, and the matter is likely to be mentioned before a vacation bench of the Supreme Court tomorrow. So that's the latest coming in with Arvind Kejriwal moving the Supreme Court, challenging the Delhi High Court stay on the operation of his bail order in the case. Let me go across to Ananya Bhatnagar, my legal correspondent, joining us with more details. Ananya, tell us more about, what are we to expect next in the case? The matters now, in all likelihood, going to be taken up by the top court tomorrow.
Well, yes, Fitzween, the matter is likely to be taken up for hearing tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. before, in fact, the vacation bench of the topmost court of the country, that is the Supreme Court. Remember that he has challenged this particular order of a single judge bench of the Delhi High Court presided over by Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain, who had stayed the operation of his bail order until, in fact, he decides on the stay application moved by the Enforcement Directorate. Remember that he was granted bail by the trial court in this particular case. However, the same was challenged before the Delhi High Court, and the Delhi High Court had then, stayed the particular order until it would decide, in fact, the stay application. The Enforcement Directorate had stated that it has not been granted ample amount of opportunity to actually, oppose the bail application, which is a mandatory condition under Section 45 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. And that's exactly why, they had made this challenge, and the court is likely to pronounce its order in a day or two in the coming week over this particular application. However, until then, the operation of that particular bail order was actually stayed. However, now the move has been made to challenge this particular order before the topmost court of the country. Whether or not, the relief would be coming in for the Delhi Chief Minister is something that only time can tell us.
Okay, but how do we piece this together, given that so many hearings have taken place in different courts, Ananya? A Delhi court, in fact, for example, ordered his release on a personal bond of 1 lakh rupees, but imposed certain conditions before granting him relief, including that he would not try to tamper the investigation or influence the witness. And like you're saying, after which the Delhi High Court, of course, came out to pause the bail order, is why perhaps Arvind Kejriwal has decided to move the Supreme Court. But why are we seeing a simultaneous approach taken by different courts of the country?
Well, definitely, there is, in fact, a different view that's been taken by the trial court and the Delhi High Court. But now, Arvind Kejriwal too is using all his legal opportunities and legal remedies in order to secure this particular relief that was already granted to him by the trial court. But whether or not the Supreme Court, because, this is an order that has been passed in the interregnum. The court is yet to rule on the stay application of the Enforcement Directorate. So whether or not on this stage, on this intricate stage, will the Supreme Court intervene into this order is something. That is a tricky situation, and whether or not that would be allowed by the vacation bench of the Supreme Court is something that only time can tell us. And, we'll have to wait for what actually the Supreme Court has to observe, because this is a very, very intricate situation, and whether or not the Supreme Court actually allows for it is something that we'll have to wait and watch for.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV 18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV 18 on all the social media platforms.